channel we talk about God, and I give my insights, and I allow my viewers, my supporters, to tell their side of the story, and I ask them a series of questions. First question that I believe in, we can chime in. You guys can help me with these questions. I just want to, just a series of questions. Like the first question I wanted to be, do you believe in God? If so, do you have a religion? And if not, then we'll ask a series of different questions. Do you have a religion? Do you go to church? How do you think the earth and the universe was created? Which is a big question. Some people believe in string theory. Some people believe in the Big Bang theory. Some people believe God created everything. Some people believe the earth was created in 7 days. The funny thing about religion is, right, as one who studied multiple religions and looked into different backgrounds, I learned that all religions usually talk about the same things. There's a lot of similarities between the religions, and there's always that one main higher power. Here nor there. But how do you think the earth is created? It doesn't matter what you think. How do you think the universe came to be? That's a big question. Because I believe, if you believe in the Big Bang, you believe that before the Big Bang there was nothing, and after the Big Bang there was everything. If you believe in God creation, you believe that before God there was nothing, and then after God there was everything, right? How about we just call it what it is? The creative energy, who scientists claim that intelligent design has to be there, because life is an abundance, and there has to be some type of creative, intelligent design. I call God the creator. Call him whatever you want after that. I call him God. And if before God there was nothing, that means after God there was everything. That means everything that came after God is a part of God. Everything. The universe is the stars, the animals, the trees, the leaves, the fruits. Everything is God. If it exists in the physical or the metaphysical or the interdimensional or spiritual or energetically, if it exists, it's because God allowed it to exist. God allowed it to exist. What scientists call the intelligent design is that thing that happens when you cut your skin. It automatically heals itself. You don't have to look at the scar and say heal. It knows it needs to heal. Why? Because life thrives to be alive. The tree will grow in any direction the sun is. It grows from the ground, through the dirt, grows its roots, and it reaches as high as it could possibly reach. And it branches out into branches so it can get the most sunlight possible. It thrives to be alive. What scientists call the intelligent design, I want to call Almighty God. And the point of the story is that don't separate yourself from God, because God is in everything that exists. In everything. He's living through you right now. He's living through me. God creates life to experience life. He creates life because he knows he could create life, and he creates it from different perspectives so he could experience it from every single perspective possible, all the way down to the leaf. That is how you become one with God and one with the universe. You believe that nothing is separate from anything. Everything is everything. Everything is only one. Once you understand that, you connect yourself to everything. Your frequency changes now. It's important if I tell the story of the seed. See, the seed, when it got buried the first time, the very first seed, it felt like it was created perfectly by God. It was a creation of God, the seed. Here I am, planted in a dark place, and I don't know why I'm here. And I think God forgot about me. I think God created me and threw me away, buried me somewhere, forgot about me. It isn't until some time passes that the seed breaks ground and it hits the light, and it's like, oh, this is different. Very different. And it starts to reach towards that light. And as it reaches towards that light, it starts to bear its fruit. And once it bears its fruit, it looks at its fruit and understands that the reason why it had to go through that dark time was to grow its fruit, was to grow. So sometimes we got to go through dark times to grow. Sometimes the gold has to be put into the fire to be forged into something new, something beautiful. Transformation cannot happen without some type of struggle, some type of major transformation, some type of major metamorphosis. Before a caterpillar turns into a butterfly, it has to bury itself in a cocoon. And it sits there. Probably doesn't understand why it's sitting there, but it understands that it's there. It understands that it's there. And the last thing it should do is forsake God or forget about God. The only thing you should do at that time is call out to God. He'll give you the answers. He'll give you the answers. You ask and you shall receive. We are not separate from God. It doesn't matter what religion you're in. It doesn't matter what's your background. It doesn't matter what you believe in. Even the scientists call it an intelligent design. They don't want to call it God. Because if they call it God, it goes against the science. And it makes them irrelevant. If you look down to the cell as one splits in two. And when those two combine, they create a different type of cell, more upgraded in energy or whatever. God, in like the story of Adam and Eve, when he took Adam's rib and created Eve, he created Eve for Adam. Right? Eve for Adam. Adam did not get created for Eve. Eve got created for Adam. Picture Adam being God. Eve was created for God to see himself from a different perspective. To create what? A different life. An upgraded life. An upgraded energy in life. Of course, they were given the choice. But there's a reason why God gives you a choice. Because if you're forced to love God and forced to do things for God, it's not the same as doing something for God by choice just because you love God. You're good because it's good. And because this is what God will want you to do, not because somebody is staring at you or has a gun to your head. Good is good no matter how you put it. If you see a lady crossing the street, your last thought should be, run that motherfucker over. Your first thought should be, slow down. Let me see if I can help her. There's a reason why that seeps in your mind. And you gotta discern where it's coming from. If it's good, then it could only come from God. If it's loving, it could only come from God. If it's hateful and dark, it could only come from a dark place. So I believe we're here as seeds. We're planted, right? And the devil's job is to prove to God that we're not worthy of his love. So he's gonna test us. He's gonna test us over and over again, because he wants it to show up on the day of judgment. Look how many times he fucked up. And you want me to love him? Think about that. You do good because it's good. It's because this is what God will want you to do. It doesn't matter if you believe in science. It doesn't matter if you're a Christian. It doesn't matter if you're a Hindu. Hindus, I believe, they believe in deities. doesn't matter. Everybody knows that there's good in doing good. And there's a reason why there's a difference, and there's a reason why you have a choice. If you do bad things, and there's power in that, imagine what happens when you do good things. We're talking about energy that doesn't dispense, it disperses, upgrades, it moves on. Our body is made up of cells that want to be alive. They're alive on its own. Our conscious, what you're listening to right now, what's speaking to you right now, the voice that you hear, the voice that gives you your voice right now, that little piece of energy, that soul, that light of energy, that creative, intelligent design that makes you want to live, give you a choice to love God by choice. It's giving you the experience. It's allowing you to see things, hear things. It's allowing you to experience love. It's allowing you to have kids. It's allowing you to know what a mother is. It's allowing you to know what pain is. It's allowing you to know what love is. It's giving you the experience. You're here on allowance. And the best thing you could do in this time, right, instead of wasting it away, use it to do good and be good and be the manifestation of the God of inside you that created you. Do good because it's good, not because nobody's watching. You want to be your brother's keeper? You don't do that by giving money or shelter. You do that by giving spiritual guidance and love. Bob Marley was right. He thought he could change the world through music by spreading love through his music. Love could solve all of the world's problems. The evil in this world, the wars, the people dying, the people getting shot, the violence, it comes from people making bad choices. That has nothing to do with God. That has everything to do with the choices that were being presented at the time. And that person chose to do the bad thing by choice. Do good by choice, love God, be good to one another, let's help each other out. Spread this message. Spread this. Let's get this going. Let's get this popping. I have a calling that I need to speak my truth. And I want other people to speak their truth. I want other people to chime in. I want people to call me. I want people to text me. I want people to email me. I want your story. I want to know why you believe in God. I also know why. I want to know why you don't believe in God. Let's have a conversation. Let's have a conversation. And allow me to speak my truth, because I'm no scholar. I'm no preacher. I don't follow a set religion. But I believe in God so strongly that I feel like I can't go wrong. I know a lot of people feel the way I do. I know a lot of people understand that this system that we live in is no good. It's not meant for us. But you know what? We could change it. We could change it one gene at a time. Because every time we go through a generational upgrade, the good that we upgrade ourselves with passes through to the next generation. It just only gets stronger. Let's start talking.